Alright, hello everyone, it's Gabby, and I guess it's time to might as well answer some more questions. Got 51 this time, so I don't know, maybe I might not be able to get through all of them. Okay, have you seen the anime Ore Monogatari? Okay, would you believe me if I told you that my friend, just recommended it to me? She's like, Gabby, you should watch it, it's awesome, and it's, really cute and stuff. So I need to add that to my list, because yeah, see, this is where we start the anime recommendations. Did you watch Tokyo Ghoul? Haven't watched that. If that's good, maybe I guess I can add that to my list. And then you should really check out the anime Parasite the Maxim. The story is awesome. It's 24 episodes long. Okay. See? I guess I'll have to add that to my list. I don't know. Can you even imagine Dragon Ball getting more serious and super, torturing and stuff? I think Frieza is just the guy to who's gonna do it. Mostly like how he did with Krillin. Well, Frieza... Frieza is the kind of dark villain who would totally torture his enemies. Beerus isn't, but yeah, so when they get to Resurrection F arc, which they're going to, obviously very close to it now, maybe Frieza might do a bit more of that sort of stuff, but, the question is the other villains. The only time you really, the villains need to be to torture them and get really dark is, to show that these guys are, total monsters. So, I don't think that's going to happen until, we get new villains who aren't anti-villains like Beerus is. So yeah. Okay, did you see the new Dragon Ball Super poster, the Resurrection F arc, Vegeta screaming while holding an unconscious Bulma in his hand, and the other side, Trunks and Goten with a very serious look, and Champa and Frieza looking like they're partners in crime? Yeah, I have seen that picture, but I think that picture, it's sort of like a combination of everything that has happened and that will happen in Dragon Ball Super so far. So you've got the, Vegeta holding Bulma is it's the My Bulma scene. It's their version of the My Bulma scene. And then the Goten and Trunks, I'm actually not sure why they're there. Maybe they'll be important in the Champa stuff. But yeah, and then Champa is because Champa and Frieza are up top together because they're both villains who will be kind of thing. That's how I theme that poster. What has come and what will be. So, I don't know. I think you shouldn't really overanalyze it. Okay, in your opinion, who is going to be the first character to die in Dragon Ball Super? Which death will create the biggest impact? I don't know, because the problem is, obviously, deaths don't have much of an impact when you've got Dragon Balls. So, there's that. I doubt Goku would die, I doubt Vegeta would die. And probably not Krillin because he dies all the time and we don't want to keep going on to that stereotype. I don't know, could be one of the humans, or probably most likely, new characters. If they put in new characters, those new characters can die. I mean, they could kill off an existing character, but they're just going to come back later on, so what's the point? Don't you think there are now so much more possibilities with all this God thing? I mean, Piccolo can get to new Namek, grab 5 Nameks, and become Namekian God, Krillin Tien become human God, and everyone could be useful again. That's the thing, we don't know what the hell Super Saiyan God is. They've not told us anything about it. So it's maybe they can work, maybe Namekian gods and human gods and god gods, maybe they can all work like that for every species. But somehow I doubt it, because I just don't think that's going to happen. It'd be cool, don't get me wrong, it'd be cool, but I doubt it's going to happen. McDonald's or KFC? Don't really have fast food that often, but I think KFC, because I used to like their chips more. Pizza or burger? Pizza. Don't you think anime characters in today's age are inspired by Dragon Ball characters? Luffy and Naruto are very similar to Goku in nature, and they all like to eat, and aren't the most intelligent group, and anti-heroes, like Vegeta and, for example, Zoro, they're all very similar. That is true. That is very true. In fact, I think, when my Trope Shonen Dragon Ball series stops talking about, power levels and transformations and different things, I think I'm going to start going into character archetypes, starting with, maybe Goku, and, what Goku's character is and how it's inspired others. And then maybe I'll go to Vegeta, or I'll just go to Rivals. And then maybe, who knows, I might go to, talking about, not sure, something else. What is the most delicious thing you ever ate? I was actually thinking about this one before, and the first answer I think is one time when I was in this restaurant and they had these arancini balls. They're these they're sort of like a pasta kind of ball, and they've got spinach and feta-y stuff, and I really love spinach and feta stuff. That's a combination of like stuff I just love. So that's just a random one I can think of. Do you like sports? Not really. What was your first anime? Let me guess. Pokemon? I think it was like sort of three. I can't remember which one I watched first, but yeah, it was like Pokemon and Digimon and Sailor Moon. And I guess kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! No, actually, no, I think I watched like Digimon and stuff before Yu-Gi-Oh! So it was like those three. Do you only like shonen anime or other genres like Detective Conan or something? Well, I mean, do you know how many times I go around and talking about magical girls? That's definitely not shonen. And it's like, like when shonen, do you mean like, battle shonen? Like, shonen's about fighting. Cause like, shonen's just like young boy. Like that's what it means. Like the young boy demographic. So, like, yeah, I mean, I've never watched Detective Conan, although, I mean, because, like, that is sort of, like, also in One Piece levels of really being really long, so, like, that would be pretty hard to get into. I really hate what GT made with Pan. She was so cute and lovable at the end of the season. GT, she was just plain annoying. So do we all. Why was she so annoying? She could have been a good character. You just didn't, like, because they made her, the problem was, Toei made her, like, an obstacle. Like, oh, she's just bratty and she goes into danger. And it's not like, well, like, Goten and Trunks are kind of like that as well. But for Pan, it was like she was in the way of, like, Goku and Trunks when they're going off and fighting the Black Star Dragon Balls. She's in their way. And that was really annoying because if you want to make her a good character, you don't want to make her an obstacle. So, yeah. Since we'll be going into the other universes in Super, what do you think about the possibility of being an arc where we go into Dabra's play in the realm of evil? That would be interesting. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what, considering they never really talk about Dabra, like, at all, because he's just a thing in the Buu arc that is just sort of tossed aside after Majin Buu comes out, but that would be cool. I don't know what it'd be like, and considering that they mentioned that Dabra is, like, the strongest person in that entire place, so they're all weaker than Goku, like, by far, but that would be cool. Assume that Buller is already born. Goku and Vegeta are in space training with Whis. Thread comes to Earth. Z-Fighters are too weak to handle him. Everyone decides to do God ritual again, transform Gohan to a god. Then Bulma finds a way to find called Future Trunks, and they perform the ritual. That could, I don't know. Like, yeah, with the whole, like, is Gohan gonna be a god for Super? I feel like, even though that seems like the logical choice, if you want to make more characters relevant, and if you want to make everyone more powerful so everyone can protect the Earth, I don't think they're going to do that. Because I just don't think they're going to do it. I don't even wish it. It's like, I don't even want them to get these power-ups because they're so simple in the first place. But if they have to stay relevant, I don't know. My thoughts on, like, other characters getting power-ups is weird. Because, like, whenever it happens, I always feel like it's like this shouldn't be happening. I'm always just like, stop, you're going too fast. Can we just, like, stay on this one form for a little longer, please? I don't know, that's just me. It's like I almost don't like new forms. Even if it's for characters I like Gohan. It's weird. It's weird, I don't know. Who is the better father, Goku or Vegeta? To be honest, it is probably Goku. Because, sure, we get things about talking about, like, Vegeta as a competent father. But I think that's a thing that, like, the fandom kind of, overestimates a little. Like, if we see stuff, I mean, obviously, like, Super isn't, like, 100% sort of, Akira Toriyama's, he was involved in episode 2, that's not true. But, Vegeta doesn't really care, and he didn't care, and I mean, the stuff in the Cell Saga was worse than anything Goku has ever done. So, I mean, the beginning of the Cell Saga, or androids, when Future Trunks comes in, they shoot Bulma's ship, and Vegeta doesn't even care. So, I'd probably say Goku, because, yeah, at least he kind of cares. Gohan was raised by Bulma. Don't you think he'd be much stronger? Because unlike Chi-Chi, Bulma wouldn't even encourage Gohan to fight and unleash his potential. I think Chi-Chi's the main reason Gohan is like that. Now it was hurting to see when first form Frieza one-shot Gohan like he was trash. The only thing I really agree with you there is that last line. But I don't... Okay, first of all, no, because, like, the whole point is no one even knew Gohan had potential until he went to... He headbutted Raditz. For the first 4 years in his life, I mean, obviously, yes, sure. Part of it's also because Chi-Chi was, well, not even just Chi-Chi, the fact that, like, he wasn't fighting or anything, but nobody knew that Gohan had potential. No one. It was never a thing. It was on, and then it was, nobody realized that Gohan was powerful, and even then, like, even if he was training, the whole point was, like, the only time that really crazy potential came out was, when he was, like, really angry. Like, not even just, like, I'm angry because I don't get to have, like, my favorite toy, it's, I'm angry because my friends and family are getting tortured in front of me. That's the whole point. It's, no one expected it, and no one would have expected it, even if Gohan was raised by Bulma. I don't think Chi-Chi is the reason Gohan is why he is now. It is not Chi-Chi, it is Gohan himself. He is fine, okay, I don't know if he is fine, but he is weak, and that is part of his character now. You can't just blame other characters, because it's not. I could give a whole example on it, but it's going to get into a rant, and let's be honest. See, look at this. See, everyone who loves Dragon Ball also loves One Piece. The characters are so similar. Goku is Luffy, Vegeta is Zoro, Krillin is Usopp, Nami is Bulma, Roshi is Sanji, and Piccolo is Robert. It's even better in the Funimation dub, where half of them share voice actors. Well, not exactly. It's only Vegeta and Zoro who are like exactly the same voice actors. But yeah, in Funimation version, Luffy is Gohan. Zoro is Vegeta, but also really more Piccolo. Krillin is Usopp. I don't think Nami is anyone in Dragon Ball. Sanji is Future Trunks, and I actually can't remember if Robin did anything either. I haven't gotten that far in the One Piece anime anyway. In an eating contest, who will win, Goku or Luffy? I'd probably say Goku, because, I don't think Luffy really, Goku doesn't necessarily have human stomach. I would like to see Whis fighting seriously. That would be too epic. What about you? I actually agree. That would be, we saw him sort of fight in Resurrection F, but that was more kind of, play fighting. Not proper fighting. I would really want to see what Whis is capable of. Can Whis even get angry? It's hard to believe. Probably not. I guess the only time Whis could ever get angry is if, something was, threatening, Beerus. But what can threaten Beerus? That's the point. Anyway, Whis is, he's really impartial to everything, because he's only really got one, this is really my headcanon. I can't start saying this is true, but in my opinion, Whis only really has one job, and he's just sort of there. He is Beerus' attendant, and he's the one who's making sure Beerus doesn't get out of hand. I seem to think it's sort of it's a relationship between, if Beerus is the cat, and Whis is his master. So, he's looking after the cat, and he's trying to make sure the cat doesn't scratch all the furniture. That's basically what I've got. Just saw your video on the Wolf Effect. Guys, weird Wolf Effect. I think unless you're Japanese, you spelled it wrong. How dare comparing Vegeta with Yamcha? That's so disrespectful. See, I don't know if this is a joke or not. If this isn't a joke, it's not disrespectful. They have very similar roles in the plot. They get beaten up by the villains to show how powerful the villains are. That's just the truth. And if it is a joke, then haha, it's a joke. Do you own a PS4 or Xbox One? No. What is your favorite game? I don't know. There's a lot of games. Honestly, I think it would probably be Kid Icarus Uprising. I love that game. Did you see 50 Shades of Grey? No. Any thoughts about it? Isn't it just porn? My sister read the books once. I don't even know why. Favorite movie of all time? God, I don't even know. The movie I really like watching, it's not even that amazing, but Enchanted, it's that one with Amy Adams, and it's about the one where it's a kind of sort of the classic Disney princess goes into real life New York, and it's just pretty funny because they just play all the Disney cliches completely straight, and it's hilarious. You said you were in the Alabasta arc, right? You already saw Ace? Have not seen Ace yet. I'm only at the part where they're at the Giants in Little Garden. So if Ace is going to come up this quickly, that's surprising. But I do know what happens to Ace, because that's just something I kind of got spoiled from me. Because, it's a big deal, so it's always in the internet. What are your hobbies aside from YouTubing and watching anime? I like reading books, I guess. I had an answer to this, and I couldn't even think. I don't know, hanging out, friends, doing normal people stuff. Internet, video games, nerd things. Funny memory from your school days. Well, one time, in our school, we had this substitute teacher, And she'd always come, because she'd come in as a substitute teacher, and she was always really funny. We always kind of made fun of her because she thought that like she knew everything about anyone and every subject. Like she thought she was like a professional, like sort of. She kept always saying, like she was qualified in all these subjects. So we'd always kind of make fun of her. And then there was this one time when like one of the like sort of smartasses in our class was arguing with her, and then she's just like, oh, there's some things in life that you just can't change. Like 2 + 2 = 4. And then she wrote it on the board, like just to illustrate her point. But then we all started laughing because then we realized she accidentally wrote 2 + 4 = 4. So there you go. Do you watch Big Bang Theory? No. Would you like to see a sparring match in the future? Goten versus Gohan. That would be awesome. That actually would be awesome. Again, Goten is very underdeveloped. I really want to see more about Goten. Is Tuxedo Mask a child molester or dude Mars is with? Because they're both like 20-something, these middle school girls. Jared from Subway be damned. Well, no, I actually, God, I don't even remember, but like, no, in the manga, Sailor Moon manga, Tuxedo Mask he's like a high school student. So, he is like sort of 16 and Serena is like 14, so it's not that weird. I don't know if the anime actually changed it or not, I'm not sure. Okay, 5 things you disliked about GT. Okay, 1, all the non-Saiyans were useless. No, 1, everyone besides Goku and like Vegeta and sometimes Pan were useless. 2, the tone was absolutely all over the place. Sometimes you didn't know if it was supposed to be serious or not. 3, they made Pan an important character, but then first of all they made her annoying. Second of all, they didn't make her Super Saiyan at all. I guess that's sort of 3 and 4. And number 5, the animation sucks sometimes. Oh, and also it was really 90s. It was really like dated. It's so 90s. Is this the end of the golden hair Super Saiyan? I mean, will Gohan will stay ultimate. Goku and Vegeta have their blue forms now. Goku and Trunks don't even use it that much. That's actually true. A whole bunch of some of the guys are having a video about that. I remember like Rhymestyle and Geekdom did a video about that as well. But we still do have Goten and Trunks, and if they keep that stupid plot point from Resurrection F, we will have Gohan. So that's at least 3, 2 or 3. So that is something. I guess really it's just 1. It's Gotenks, but I don't know. Who knows? Blue hair form is not that different. It's just Super Saiyan. It's just blue instead of gold. So, here we go. Someone else also said Parasite the Maxim. That's 2 people. I'm assuming it's not the same person. I did watch the OST. It was actually kind of cool. I listened to it. Alright. Why do Akira Toriyama names all Saiyan transformations with Super Saiyan at the beginning of the name? Well, no, because it was still part of Super Saiyan. Like, Super Saiyan was a Super Saiyan. Then you had Super Saiyan. No, Super Saiyan 2 wasn't even named Super Saiyan 2 until Akira Toriyama decided to make another form, another like power up on top of that. So he's like, okay, that'll be Super Saiyan 3, and the thing that Gohan did was Super Saiyan 2. And as for Super Saiyan God, I think that was originally a Toei creation, or at least like the name was. I'm fairly sure the name was a Toei creation. So you can't blame Toriyama for that. Have you added Fairy Tail to your list? I know you get millions of recommendations. God, it's like you knew what this Q&A was going to be like. Fairy Tail's I'm assuming lighthearted anime. A lot of strong female characters, unlike other anime. Yeah, I have heard Fairy Tail has a lot of female characters, but I've also heard Fairy Tail has a lot of fan service, so that's kind of iffy. If I recall correctly, when Tien and Future Trunks fought in BoJack Unbound, why did Trunks turn Super Saiyan against Tien? I don't know. I think it was because he wanted to sort of play to the crowd or something. But no, I think the honest reason was probably because Toei thought that would look cool. That's how movies work, remember? It's because what looks cool. What do you think of characters announcing attack names? Cool? Silly? Both? Well, I think it's actually, on the one hand, it is silly, it's also cool, and I think it actually has its origins in like the type of Japanese theater, I think, where they did actually like name their attacks because like it was a theater thing, and you wouldn't know what the characters were doing because they're just sort of miming things. So it actually has a justification for it. It's interesting like that, don't you think? Or maybe I'm the only one who thinks that. But yeah, I think it's called Kabuki Theater. I think that's what it is. If someone knows the answer, well, there you go. Hey Gabby, do you think Vegeta could go Super Saiyan 3? He's part Goku and has the knowledge of how to do it, and is more than strong enough to hold it a long time. Think Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta could keep up with Beerus? Well, Goku does mention that, he okay, maybe he is talking about Gogeta when he's saying, oh, if Vegeta and I fused, we wouldn't be able to beat him. But honestly, even with like everything that happened in Super, because episode 14's come out, I've seen episode 14, so I still think that probably no. I'm gonna say no because like I'd actually say no because I don't even know how the god powers will work if he fuse, and Patara is not coming back. I don't think. I kind of don't want Patara to come back because it's kind of creepy having being fused together forever. I was like, ugh. Okay, there's a lot of debate on Super Saiyan God hair colors. If it came to your mind the hair color concept similar to a candle flame, candle flame has the outer gold yellow layer, middle orange red layer, and the blue inner blue pure burning layer. I saw that image before. If that's what you're talking about, the image about it makes sense. I don't think that was there. I think it was just, yeah, like at least according to the interviews, like Toriyama and stuff. He chose red for Super Saiyan God because, like, red was the only, like, strong color left considering he'd already used gold. And then when he used blue for blue, because blue was, like, since it's, like, a cooler color and it's just meant to, like, represent how Goku is, like, in control and everything. As opposed to, like, you know, Super Saiyan where it's just, like, it's, you know, like, pure emotion and stuff. In blue hair, he's, like, completely in control. What are some fights you wish happened in Dragon Ball Z? For example, I wish that Piccolo and Vegeta fought prior to the androids. I was thinking about this. I was just thinking there's so many, actually. So many fights. But, you know, first of all, I kind of wished in Piccolo Daimao Saga, that Tenshin Han actually fought Piccolo. Because he could have. He said he was going to fight Piccolo, but then Piccolo just makes Drum instead. But that would be really cool seeing him fight Piccolo. Because, like, I mean, I know he wouldn't be able to do it, but, like, that could be cool, because Tenshin Han didn't really get to do much at the end, and, there was a bunch of others in Z. I was thinking about, well, maybe, no, I can't I was thinking, like, I was also thinking, like, not after, I don't know, in between Cell Saga, maybe, like, Gohan versus Vegeta. Because, like, unfortunately, like, obviously Vegeta is a lot stronger than Gohan, but it would be kind of interesting, because, you know, it's like, you know, Vegeta doesn't like how Gohan's gone soft and whatever, so, like, he might have, you know, trying to, like, get him, like, you know, try and beat the sense into him, or something, and also I was thinking in Buu Saga, so there, Kaioshin versus Babidi. Because that would be cool, because honestly, I wanted to see Babidi do more with his magic. I mean, we did see a lot, but I wanted to see him actually fight with his magic. That would have been really cool. You should do a top dragon. Yeah, okay, I answered this in text as well, but I don't think I want to do that. It's just, that's not the kind of thing I do. I mean, have you noticed, like, my videos? I don't do that kind of, oh, let's talk about hottest guys or whatever. Anyway, I don't think I could give a very good opinion on that. At least not an opinion that you guys would get. Like, there are people who talk about which guys are hottest and everything like that. If the Z Fighters were called Z Fighters during DBZ, should they be called Super Fighters now in Dragon Ball Super? No, because I'm pretty sure Z Fighters was a dub term, and it was never a manga thing. It was a thing that they came up with because they wanted to give everyone a group name. They didn't really have one. Also, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in Buu Saga versus Bojack. Who do you think would win? I'd still say Gohan because, I mean, after he goes Super Saiyan 2, he utterly annihilates everyone. So, even if he gets weaker during the Buu Saga, I'd say he'd still win. And thanks for liking my videos. Listening to a lot of gospel lately, you should consider it. Really good music. Maybe, I don't know, I don't listen to that much music, so, I don't know. Can you explain the process of tagging in a YouTube video? Well, for me, I don't particularly do it. I'm sure there's a way of doing it professionally. Heck, I could probably ask some of the guys. They probably know how to do it. But by the guys, I mean the other DBZ YouTubers. Because, you know, I'm like one of the only girls besides, like, Megan. What I generally do is I put, like, Dragon Ball. And, like, you type it in. You type in something that the video is about. Like, oh, it's about Dragon Ball. So write in Dragon Ball. And it's got a little, like, it's got a little link to, like, Dragon Ball comic book series. You put that in. You put Dragon Ball Super. And then I put in, like, characters, and then I put in whatever's. I'm sure there's a proper way of doing it. I don't know how to do it. If Muten Reggie can fight Frieza soldiers, why couldn't he fight against Raditz or Piccolo, Daimao? Okay, well, first of all, you know, it's actually really cool that there's like a whole bunch of people now in my Ask FM are using like the Japanese terms. It was actually really cool. Although Frieza's still in the. Okay, I'm not gonna be pedantic. I'm sorry. Okay. No, because their power levels in Resurrection F made no sense. Why was Gohan Super Saiyan? Why was Shisami stronger than Piccolo? Why was Piccolo having problems with Shisami, but then Gohan as a regular Super Saiyan could beat him? The power levels in Resurrection F made absolutely no sense. I mean, even you can just know, like, literal power levels, and Frieza's like, oh, I can get a power level of 1.3 million or something. And it's like, no, that's wrong. Oh. So, no, because power levels are bullshit. Tao Pai Pai versus Suru Senin. I think that was still Tao Pai Pai, because, like, the way Suru Senin was acting is, like, that he wasn't actually that powerful. The Tao Pai Pai was still the most powerful, and, yeah, Tao Pai Pai was still the most powerful, and he was just sort of, like, he wanted to sort of get revenge, but, if he wanted to get revenge, and if he was stronger than Tao Pai Pai, he would have gone himself, but he didn't. He's sort of letting Ten Shinhan do everything for him, kind of thing. So I actually don't think Suru Senin is actually that strong. In the same way that Goku had already far outstripped Muten Roshi, so, it's kind of like that. How did you get into Dragon Ball? I have a video about it. It's called How I Got Into DBZ. It's one of my early videos. You can watch that. And, yeah, no, I don't... Random question of the day, would you get a tattoo? No, I don't like tattoos, really. Don't think I'd do that. Especially for, like, permanent, because, like, you'd regret it later. And, yeah, I'm just gonna leave these here now, because I might as well. Obviously, that's pretty much it. My ask.fm/MozillaVolpix. And thanks, everyone, and I hope to get more questions. There's some really good ones this time. Bye!